Hello and welcome to Living with the Times. This is your host, Snir Bitan. This week's portion is called Vayechi. The town Shlomazel, which is the guy that couldn't hold down a job, one day comes into the mikveh and says, "Listen up guys, you gotta take your money out of the bank is going bankrupt." They look at him, they say, "What do you know about the bank? You just go in there when it's raining." And he says, "Listen, you gotta listen to me, take your money out of the bank." They didn't listen. Friday comes along, and sure enough, the bank goes bankrupt. So then they come back to him and they say, "What, you're a Navi, you're a prophet? How did you know?" He says, "Listen, I had a meeting with the bank manager last week, and he sighs a deep sigh and he says, oh, when is Mashiach coming already?" I said to myself, if this heretic is talking about Mashiach, it's time to take the money out of the bank. There's a story of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi that is told. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, as you know or may not know, was very good friends with Elijah the prophet, Eliyahu Hanavi. One day he asks Eliyahu Hanavi, he says, "Eliyahu, I want to meet Mashiach. You're the one that's going to usher him in and present him to the world. You're going to be his MC, so you probably know where he is. You think you could organize a meeting?" So Eliyahu answers Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi and says, "Go to the entrance of the gates of Rome, and over there next to the bridge, you'll see a bunch of people with various sicknesses, and there's going to be a group of lepers. And these lepers, you're going to see that they're going to take off their bandages all at once. This particular leper, which is Mashiach, only takes off one bandage at a time. The reason for this is that if God says, it's time to reveal yourself, Mashiach, you got to go and do your job, so Mashiach would be ready for it. So therefore he doesn't have to put on all his bandages in a rush. So he takes off one and he puts it back on. He takes off another and puts that one on. That's the leper that's going to be the sign that you'll know that that's Mashiach." So sure enough, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi goes to the gates of Rome. And over there he sees Mashiach. And he asks him the famous 3 words that anyone would ask Mashiach if we were to see him. Eimasai ka'asimar, when are you coming already? So Mashiach answers him and he says, Hayoim, which means today. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi got very excited. He ran to the mikveh. He bought himself a new set of clothes, a new suit. He got himself a tie and a hat. He went to study in the Beis Midrash for 6 hours straight. And as he finished his evening prayers, he saw that Mashiach had not arrived. He was very disappointed. And so he goes back to Eliyahu Hanavi and he says, your Mashiach is a liar. He didn't tell me the truth. So Eliyahu Hanavi says, well, what did he tell you? He says he's coming Hayoim, he's coming today. And he didn't come. He says, you don't understand. Hayoim im bekolot ishmau. It's a verse in the Tehillim. And it says, today if you heed to my voice. If we actively work on ourselves and actively better ourselves and don't get stuck on the things that we always get stuck on, Hayoim im bekolot ishmau, if you listen to his voice, there's an inner voice inside of us that is screaming out and saying, this is the way to go. The way to listen to that inner voice is to focus on the main thing, that one thing, and that is that you're in this world to do a mission. You don't know what that mission is, but Hashem, God, is the one that can help you discover that mission. And the only way to discover that mission is by prayer, by praying earnestly and saying, it's me, it's you, and I'm praying to you, God, and I don't know what I need to do. I need your help. Help me. And let me utilize my potential, my strengths, my talents to their utmost capabilities. Today I want to be the best that I can be. And I need your help. And I think that's what was meant by Hayoim im bekolot ishmau. If you listen to his voice. When is it that you listen to his voice? During the silent prayer, the Amidah prayer, when we pray to God 3 times a day, we are silent. It's us in front of the King, us in front of God, us in front of our Father in heaven, the one that loves us, that listens to us, that heeds to our voice. that wants us to connect to Him in a real way, in a deep way, where our heart connects to His heart. And if you earnestly and honestly pray to God and say, hey God, help me find my daily mission, then God will answer you. So that's the lesson for today, the lesson for this week. Parshas Vayechi. Thank you for listening and have a great week.